alone and scared. That's how Ijeoma lived. She was born blind, so her world was always dark. Her parents were her everything, like bright lights in her darkness. Then something terrible happened. Her parents were taken away, leaving her all alone. People started talking after the funeral. Neighbors called her names, saying she was bad luck. Some even said she was cursed. Their words hurt worse than any slap. Her little mud house, once full of laughter, became a sad and quiet place. It felt like the walls were closing in on her. She was always hungry, her stomach growling. Ijeoma spent her days trying to find her way around the house, her body weak from lack of food. She would sit by the road and beg for scraps. But people who were once nice to her now looked away. They were scared of her blindness, thinking it was something bad. Ijeoma didn't understand why they were so mean. What had she done wrong? She was just a girl, alone and scared in a world that didn't care. One really hot day, a voice surprised Ijeoma. "Hello, is anyone home?" The voice was gentle and kind. Ijeoma got scared and hid. It had been so long since she had heard a friendly voice. "My name is Jennifer," the voice said. "I just moved in next door." Slowly, Ijeoma came out from where she was hiding. Jennifer was like a breath of fresh air. She wasn't scared of Ijeoma's blindness. She saw a young girl who was lonely and frightened. Jennifer brought food, and her laughter filled the small house. She told Ijeoma stories about the world outside, using words to paint pictures in her mind. For the first time since her parents died, Ijeoma felt a little bit of hope. Jennifer's kindness was like a life raft in a sea of meanness. Jennifer promised to help Ijeoma. "We'll go to the city," she said, her voice full of hope. "We'll find your uncle, Mr. Maxwell. He'll help us." Mr. Maxwell was Ijeoma's only family, her father's brother. He lived in the city and had inherited everything from their father. Ijeoma had written him many letters begging for help, but he never replied. The trip to the city was long and hard. Jennifer helped Ijeoma walk, her hand a steady guide. When they finally reached Mr. Maxwell's big gate, Ijeoma's heart was beating fast with hope and fear. A rough voice answered their knock. "Yes, what do you want?" Jennifer explained why they were there, her voice strong. The gate opened slowly. Mr. Maxwell stood in front of them, a mean look on his face. He looked at Ijeoma with disgust. "So you finally decided to show up?" he said, his words full of venom. "You think you can just come here and take what's mine?" Ijeoma was shocked. This wasn't the uncle she remembered, the one who used to play with her. He had changed, blinded by greed. He refused to listen to Ijeoma's problems, his heart cold and uncaring. He laughed at their story, calling them liars and cheats. Jennifer was angry. She argued with Mr. Maxwell, her voice getting louder. But he didn't care, his face a mask of cruelty. Sad and defeated, they were chased away, their hopes crushed by his indifference. Sadness washed over Ijeoma as they walked back. The city noises a reminder of her shattered dreams. Her uncle's rejection was too much to bear. She felt like giving up. Life had been nothing but pain and disappointment. As they walked along the busy street, a strange peace came over Ijeoma. She couldn't imagine facing another day in a world that offered her nothing but hurt and rejection. "Jennifer," she whispered, her voice barely heard above the city noise. "Let me go." Jennifer, sensing something different in Ijeoma's voice, held her hand tighter. "What are you saying, Ijeoma?" she asked, worry in her voice. But before Ijeoma could answer, a loud screech filled the air. Everything went black. The last thing Ijeoma remembered was a bright light and the horrible sound of metal hitting something or someone, then nothing. She was lost in darkness, but this time it felt different. This darkness was heavy and suffocating. Was this the end?
Watch out for Episode 2.